So today I'll be discussing the differences and what you get with the ChatGPT free version as opposed to paying for the pro version. So if you wanted to see that, you can go here and click upgrade your plan and you'll actually get the full details of what's included, but it's a little more nuanced than you would expect. So as you can see with the free version, you get access to GPT-5, which is the same as the plus or pro version, but with the advanced reasoning, it does work a lot quicker and you're able to get much better answers than you would with the standard GPT-5. You're limited in your file uploads, and this is included in terms of the data analysis, as I will show you in a second. And you're limited with in terms of your image generation and your memory and context, and limited with deep research. As for here, you do get faster overall performance, expanded memory and output, and memory output and context. You get more deep research in agent mode, projects tasked, and the custom GPTs, which is very important for specific niches if you're focusing on that. And you get Sora video generation, which you do not have on the free version, as well as codecs, which is more particular to people that do coding. But as I said earlier, you can see here, for instance, that I uploaded a data set and asked it to analyze it. It goes and gives me a little brief explanation on it that I have up here. But what you'll notice is that at a certain point, if I keep asking it questions regarding this data, it'll say you can no longer ask questions about regarding data analysis, because you have a certain limitation on the free version as opposed to the paid version, where you can pretty much ask as many data analysis questions as you like. So if you are dealing with data and you want ChatGPT to analyze it for you, I'd highly recommend going with the Pro or any upgraded plans that you can actually have an unlimited amount of questions, since you will be analyzing your data. As it also mentioned, you have Sora, right, that you have access to on both the free and the paid version, but according to ChatGPT itself, you don't have access to video generation. So if you wanted to create videos like this, you would definitely have to go ahead and pay for it if you wanted to create videos using prompts like this cat here. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. And in order to be able to generate videos like this or any other kinds, you would indeed have to pay for the upgraded plan to have access. And also, if you wanted to have access to GPTs, which are custom GPTs, you would need to have, well, at least to create them, you definitely need to upgrade. Now let's see if we actually have access with the free version. Let's start a chat with this. So it seems that you do have access to the GPTs, but you're not capable of creating your own. So in the case that you wanted to create something very specific to whatever it is that you're doing, for instance, I created one here for fantasy football. If you wanted to create one, you wouldn't have that capability on the free version, as it's completely not possible. So let's just go ahead and ask a question with ChatGPT on this custom GPT and see what it gives us, if it actually will reply. How many calories should I eat as 5'8" male, 175 pounds, let's say. So it will actually respond to you, meaning that you do have full access to the custom GPTs, just not the capability to create one. So don't get sold on that if you aren't intending on creating your own custom GPT. At that point, it wouldn't be worth it for you. Stick to the free version. As if you do plan to create it, then you would have to go for the paid version. But as I said, it's not necessary unless you're actually planning on creating your own versions, your own custom GPT versions. So I know that it also has a limitation in terms of how many you can create, in terms of how many questions you can ask it. And in that case, we should also give an example, because it does claim to have slower image generation. So let's ask it to create an image and see how long it takes on both. I will do them simultaneously, and we'll be able to elaborate and see if it is actually worth it to pay for ChatGPT at this point. So I inputted it there on both pages. We're going to say, please create an image of a cat. We'll click it on both and see what it does. Let's see if there's actually a large difference between both the paid and the free version. As you can see here, this is the free version on the left, the paid version is on the right. And to be honest, both, at least the paid version, is still pretty slow compared to what you would hope for, but we're getting an idea here. at first glance, it seems like there's not much of a difference. To me, the biggest difference so far with ChatGPT is the amount of questions that you can ask it on a free version. As I said, there are limitations that come up if you are, wow, so the free version actually did it quicker. So that is another concept to take into mind when you're about to pay for this. It's almost pointless because clearly it went quicker on the left. Now, perhaps the right is more detailed and higher quality, and as it mentioned, you do have access to Sora's video generation if that interests you, but in terms of just pure ChatGPT image generation, it seems like this is quicker and definitely sufficient in terms of quality. This is taking way too long in comparison to the free. So don't fall for that. That's definitely not worth it. What else were some of their claims? So Access ChatGPT, we can try both, but it comes to almost the same thing. Limited file uploads. This is a huge one, as I mentioned earlier. If you're doing data analysis, you're limited in what you can actually upload, and you're limited in terms of how many questions you can ask regarding it. Limited and slower image generation. This is seen to be not completely true because it was pretty quick on the free. Limited memory and context. This is probably accurate in terms of what it can remember about you when you have memory mode on. So if you do have memory mode on, this can entice you to go for the plus. And limited deep research, which is also likely true, where you probably don't have as many, parameters that you can set regarding what you would want to do with deep research. So you only have 5 deep research questions, as you can see here, that are more available on October 11th. And so in this case, if you are doing academic research using ChatGPT, I would highly recommend upgrading. So with that being said, the only reasons that you should really be upgrading for ChatGPT is, one, if you need to speak to it a lot and you're going to run out of the amount of times that you've used it, in a sense. If you have a certain limitation of how many questions you can ask it and you need to ask it a lot of questions, then I'd recommend upgrading to the Pro plan or higher. Also, if you are using data analysis, because as I mentioned earlier, that when you upload, you have a certain amount of uploads that you can do, and then when asking it questions about the uploads, there's a very limited amount of questions that you can ask it in a given time frame, and then you have to wait another 24 hours to continue analyzing data, which is terribly redundant and annoying. And finally, if you are doing academic research, where you will be asking a lot of questions for one, and also if you wanted to use the deep research, you're limited to only 5 per month, it seems, or at least for in my case, till October 11th. Not to mention the memory aspect that we discussed earlier. But beyond that, if you're only using ChatGPT casually, paying for it might not be for you. There isn't that much of a jump in effectiveness unless you're using it for very professional things such as data analysis or deep research, as mentioned before. So hopefully you found this video helpful. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.